My name's Justin Stevens, head coach at Fort Collins High School. I've been with the program for 15 years, the last 10 as the head coach. We're pretty proud of what we built. It's been an exciting program, a couple of state titles. Anthony's a guy that we think could probably challenge for our some of our team records next season. But we've had some really quality Division I players come through, and I think Anthony is certainly that caliber player, a guy that, like I said, could set some team records here. Certainly a Division I or a top flight Division II player. It just kind of depends on what he's after and what he desires. But we're obviously looking forward to a great senior season. Anthony is a guy that made a conscientious decision to leave a development academy team and come rejoin the high school, which, you know, I admire some of the courage and the fortitude to make a decision like that. I think sometimes it maybe takes a bigger person to say, hey, what I'm going to get out of this experience trumps maybe what I'm going to get out of the experience of being on the road and missing classmates and you know, playing actually for the school or for the badge as opposed to just a name on a t-shirt. So the first thing that strikes me when I think about him is just, like I said, that fortitude. Beyond that, as a player, I mean, it was obviously a gift to have that type of player come back to the program. We missed him in that time that he wasn't here. A guy that can play all over the park. I know with his academy team, he was playing in the back. He's a tenacious defender in that sense, covers ground, tackles hard. We deployed him as a true 9. He's got game-breaking pace. He can get behind. I think beyond the pace and getting behind and some of the composure, though, is just unselfish. You know, when you talk about a guy that can play all over the park and has done everything from playing left back to playing the 10. When we unleashed him as a 9, he was getting behind and he scored a boatload of goals for us, but his movement to make space, and he's the most unselfish 9. I think part of it comes from that variety in the background, but unselfish and making runs for other players, and sometimes his pace and his movement makes space for somebody else, and he relishes that just as much as putting a ball in the back of the net or putting a ball on for somebody to score. I also, obviously being a high school, I have Anthony as a student. He's a top student, comes to class on time, participates well. Couldn't say GPA off the top of my head. That's something you find in the transcripts, but I know he's a good student. I know he's going to be dependable. And obviously as a coach in a high school environment or a college environment, the guys that I know I can count on are the guys that are going to be eligible, are going to get it done in the classroom, and are going to be able to balance their priorities and make sure things like that happen. So he's a guy that you don't have to worry about in that sense. He's a guy that's going to bring pride and passion to your program. Like I said, I think he's a character guy.
90 minutes. 90 minutes of sweat. 90 minutes of pain. All the hard work, all the sacrifices you have made. It all comes down to these 90 minutes. When you step out on that field, you're spending 90 minutes that will never come back. These 90 minutes can determine your future. They can change your whole life if you use them correctly. During this limited time, you must work harder than the rest. You must do your best. No matter what the scoreboard says, you must give your all. No matter what anyone says. This sport is unpredictable. At one moment, it feels like you're losing, and in the next, you might be winning. Everyone wants to win, but one thing is for sure, when you're walking down that tunnel, when you step out on the field, know in your heart, there will only be one winner. There will only be one winner, because you will not accept anything else. Go for the win or go home.
I'm not here to participate. I'm here to win and win only. I didn't come this far to see the other team lift the trophy. I didn't come this far to see the other team win. No one remembers the one who finished second. No one remembers the one who received the silver medal. The person who puts in the most hours on the training ground, the person who wants it the most, is the one who will win.
This sport requires a strong body, but even a stronger mindset. If you're not prepared mentally, you will never be ready physically. You have to program your mind into victory. This game is all about how bad you want it. It's about grit. It's about heart. The difference between winning and losing is how far you're willing to go. Your hunger will be tested on the field. Your desire to win will determine the outcome of the game. We keep on fighting even if the odds are stacked against us. They don't know that we have the heart, the courage, and the will to make things happen. We will destroy everything that comes in our way because we were born to win. We were born to dominate. We might be the underdogs. We might be the weaker team. But one thing is for sure. When we step on the field, we fight. We fight for ourselves. And we fight for each other.
You will never play this exact game again in your life. You will never have the same opportunity today in your life. When you go out on the field, you go out to win. You go all in. You keep pushing yourself to your limit. You keep on pushing when everyone has had enough. A champion is someone who keeps going even if everything seems impossible. Not everyone becomes a champion, but I know that you've got it within you. And you must know for yourself that you've got it within yourself. The next time you've got 90 minutes, how are you going to perform? It's now or never. Show the world who you are. It all comes down to the 90 minutes.
Hear the sound of the bells when the Lord gone, and them boys unleash hell when the war's on. Bloodthirsty when the dogs put their paws on. You gon' tell them that they go and
This man is absolutely mainline to pure footballing magic that belongs in a different galaxy altogether.
over the gloves on. Put them on the battlefields where they kick. And ignorant niggas just tryna miss what I said, The man's a bitch, you put a purse on him. Get them wild niggas throwing red dots on them. I'm the general, I can be worth something. My soldiers is ready to put a black house on them. Bring them to the wake, break them with a requiem and throw them in the pit and throw a little bit of dirt on them. Dirt.
Steals in like a thief in the night and slices it home.
On them, throw a little dirt on them. Trigger fingers in the air, put a little work on them. Work on them, put a little work on them. Trigger finger in the air, put a little dirt on them. Put a little dirt on them.
Like a Jedi Knight. No, better than that, a Templar Knight. This is a flash of pure inspiration